This week's Parsha of Pikudei is really a review of all the contributions that were made by the Jewish people in the desert as they contributed towards the Mishkan, all the raw materials from the precious metals to the fine fabrics, and what they went towards, and what the volume rather of all these contributions, like in accounting. We got this amount of dollars from this source and this amount of dollars from that source, and that's what we see in this week's Parsha, how much gold was contributed, how much silver was contributed, and what it went towards. What's really interesting is we see what the silver from the Machzas HaShekel was towards, and it was towards the Adonim. What were the Adonim? The Adonim were essentially the pillars of the Mishkan. How were they the pillars of the Mishkan? As we know, the Mishkan was something that was assembled and taken apart as it traveled through the desert. So it was really a temporary structure. So the walls were really comprised of krushim. Krushim were these beams, and they had two protruding parts coming out of the krushim, and they were entered into these Adonim, these sockets. So the sockets were the Adonim that actually held together the whole Mishkan. And those sockets were made out of silver. And those sockets that were made out of silver came from the Machzas HaShekel. And the question is, why particularly the half a shekel that people contributed, did it have to go specifically for the Adonim? And Rabbi Shmulevitz says something fascinating. Rabbi Shmulevitz says that we learned a couple weeks ago in the Parsha of Kisisa that when it came to the giving of the half a shekel, everybody gave the same amount. Ha'oshir lo yarba, if there was a wealthy person that wanted to add on, can I write a check for a larger amount? He said, no, when it comes to this, please don't give anything more. But hadal lo yamed, there was a poor person that asked for a scholarship. We said, you can get a scholarship and other things, but not for the half a shekel. You can't get a scholarship for the half a shekel. Everyone had to give the same exact amount. Why, when it came to the half a shekel of silver, did everyone have to give the same amount? Says Reb Chaim Shmulevitz, because the half a shekel went for the Adonim, went for the sockets, and those were the pillar of the Mishkan. That was the foundation of the Mishkan. When it comes to the foundation of Klal Yisrael, when it comes to the foundation of building something for the entire community, we need everyone's participation. We need everyone's participation equally. Yeah, when it comes to this, maybe some people can contribute a little more. When it comes to that, some people can contribute a little less. When it comes to the foundation, we need everybody to be all in. We need everybody to be all in, and that's what the Adonim represented. The Adonim represented this idea that everybody, when it comes to the foundation of a community, when it comes to the building a community, what the pillars of the community, we can't take an attitude, some other people will do a little more, I'll do a little less, or vice versa. We all need to be all in, and that's really what the message of the half a shekel going to the Adonim are. Wishing you all a very good Shabbos.